Or wonder what's powering your smartphone?
Or
Yeah, or your car. Even the global economy.
it's wild, right?
Yeah, get ready to understand how chips,
Yeah,
like those made by AMD, are driving the future.
for sure.
Today, we're diving deep into the world of semiconductors
Okay.
with a focus
Yeah.
on AMD's incredible journey.
Okay.
So
yeah.
those tiny chips are really the brains behind almost everything in our digital lives.
They really are.
Yeah, and at the helm of AMD, one of the leading
Yeah.
chip companies is Lisa Su.
Okay.
She's not just a CEO,
Right.
she's an engineer, an innovator,
Right.
and honestly,
Yeah.
kind of a rock star in the tech world.
Oh, for sure.
She has a no-nonsense approach to leadership
Yeah.
and a fascinating career journey.
You're right. She's an inspiring figure. She earned her engineering degrees from MIT.
Wow.
Turned around a struggling company and is now going head-to-head with giants like Intel and Nvidia.
Wow.
What I find remarkable is that she's driven by a deep passion for technology. It's about pushing the boundaries, not just the bottom line.
Exactly. And that's where AMD's chips become crucial
Uh-huh.
in this AI revolution that's happening all around us.
Right.
But before we get into that,
Yeah.
maybe we should explain the difference between CPUs and GPUs.
Great point.
Some people might not realize they're not the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
A CPU, or central processing unit,
Right.
is like the general purpose brain of your computer.
Okay.
It handles all the basic tasks, running programs,
Right.
multitasking, you name it.
Yeah.
It's essential, but it's not specialized for everything.
So that's where GPUs come in.
Exactly. A GPU, or graphics processing unit,
Okay.
is designed for massive parallel processing.
Okay.
Think of it like having hundreds, even thousands of smaller brains working together simultaneously.
Wow. So it's like a...
This makes them ideal for graphics-heavy tasks, like gaming,
Yeah.
video editing, and crucially,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence.
Okay. So that's why AMD is focusing so much on GPUs now.
Precisely.
Okay.
And Lisa Su saw this coming years ago.
Oh,
She's
no.
on record saying AI is the most transformative technology she's seen in her entire career,
Really?
surpassing even the impact of the internet and mobile phones.
Oh, that's a...
So AMD knew they had to be a major player in this space.
Okay, so how did AMD get to where it is today?
Right.
Because it hasn't always been smooth sailing, right?
Right. To understand AMD's journey, you have to go back to its founding in 1969.
Okay.
They started just a year after Intel.
Wow.
And for a long time, they were playing catch-up,
Uh-huh.
struggling to keep pace with the industry leader.
So it was a classic David and Goliath situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then in 2014, Lisa Su stepped in as CEO, and that's when things started to shift dramatically.
Okay.
She brought a new vision and a bold strategy.
So what was her secret weapon?
Well, one of the pivotal decisions she made
Yeah.
was to invest heavily in developing a new chip architecture called Zen.
Zen.
Now, most people just hear Zen and think it sounds cool.
Right.
But what it really represents
Yeah.
is a complete redesign of how AMD's processors worked at their core.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a minor upgrade, it was a fundamental change.
Exactly.
Okay.
They started from scratch, optimizing for efficiency, power, and performance.
Wow.
It was a risky move,
Yeah.
but it paid off big time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So with Zen,
Yeah.
AMD went from underdog to a real contender,
Yes.
taking market share from Intel and making waves in the industry.
It was a game changer.
Wow.
And this all happened as the AI boom was taking off.
Right.
It's incredible how these two revolutions in chip design and artificial intelligence became intertwined.
Wow. And it's not just AMD pushing the boundaries of AI.
Right.
There's another major player in the GPU market,
Yes.
NVIDIA, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of established themselves as the leader in AI chips.
That's right. NVIDIA has been dominating the AI chip market for quite some time.
Okay.
And here's a fun fact.
Okay.
Lisa Su and Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA,
Yeah.
are actually distant cousins. Imagine the family dinners.
Wow. Talk about a chip off the old block, right?
Right.
But seriously, that also highlights the intense competition in this industry.
Oh, absolutely.
It must be incredibly challenging for AMD to catch up to NVIDIA in the AI chip race.
Absolutely. Especially with the speed at which AI is developing.
Yeah.
It's a constant race to stay ahead. And NVIDIA has a significant head start.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wow.
Right. And then you have to consider the geopolitical factors at play.
Because it's not just about the technology itself, it's also about where these chips are made.
Exactly.
Right.
The majority of chip manufacturing happens in Taiwan, which, as you know, has a complex relationship with China.
Right.
This concentration of production in one place creates both opportunities and risks.
So on the one hand, it's efficient to have a centralized hub, but on the other, it makes the industry vulnerable to disruptions.
Exactly.
Whether it's political tensions or even natural disasters.
Precisely remember a few years ago when a major storm hit Texas.
Right.
Where some of AMD's facilities are located.
Yeah.
It caused significant disruptions in production.
Wow.
Highlighting how interconnected and fragile this global supply chain really is.
That's a really good point. And with the added layer of political tensions between China and Taiwan, the stakes become even higher. It's not just about business anymore. It's about national security and global stability.
Absolutely. And that's why the U.S. government has been actively trying to bring chip manufacturing back to the country.
Right.
They've realized how crucial this industry is, not just for economic competitiveness, but also for national security.
So it's like these tiny chips have become the new oil.
Right.
A resource so valuable that it's reshaping the geopolitical landscape.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And it underscores why governments around the world are investing heavily in domestic chip production. They're understanding that in this technologically driven era, semiconductor independence is paramount.
But it's not as simple as just moving manufacturing, is it?
Right.
Because Lisa Su has often emphasized that the semiconductor industry is inherently global.
Right.
It's not about one country winning. It's about collaboration and creating a resilient supply chain that can withstand any storm.
That's where her leadership shines through.
Yeah.
She understands that decoupling entirely from the global supply chain isn't realistic or even desirable.
Okay.
It's about finding that balance between efficiency and resilience, between national interests and global cooperation.
It sounds like she's advocating for a more nuanced approach.
Exactly.
Recognizing the complexities of this globalized industry.
Exactly. And that's what makes her perspective so valuable.
Yeah.
She's not just looking out for AMD's interests.
Right.
She's advocating for a more sustainable and collaborative future for the entire industry.
It's impressive how she manages to navigate all of this, the technology, the business, the geopolitics.
And she does it with a real commitment to fostering the next generation of leaders, especially women in tech.
Yeah.
She's a firm believer in creating a more diverse and inclusive industry.
I've read that she even collects the chips from every product launch as souvenirs.
Really?
And keeps them in her library at home.
It speaks to her dedication and her passion for the work.
Yeah. And she's not afraid to be herself. Remember that anecdote about her family's love for Porsches?
Oh, right.
Apparently she names all her cars after AMD products. A Ryzen and Epic. A Radeon.
That's fantastic.
It's a reminder that even in this high-stakes world, a little bit of personality and passion can go a long way.
Absolutely. And her advice to young leaders is to one towards problems. Don't shy away from challenges. Embrace them and learn from them.
That's great advice. Speaking of challenges, AMD's involvement with the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team seems like an interesting way to apply that philosophy.
It might seem like a strange connection at first.
Yeah.
But both industries are obsessed with speed performance and pushing the limits of technology.
So it's like a real-world test lab for AMD.
In a way, yes, just like in Formula One, where every race is a learning opportunity.
Right.
Each product launch for AMD is like a race pushing for that competitive edge.
Okay.
And both industries rely heavily on teamwork and collaboration.
I can see the parallels, and Lisa Su has even spoken about her admiration for Toto Wolff, a team principal and CEO of the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Both industries require that unique blend of vision, technical expertise, and the ability to make quick decisions under pressure. It's about anticipating what's next and staying ahead of the competition. And in the world of tech, just like in Formula One, the stopwatch never lies.
That's a great way to put it. It seems like Lisa Su's leadership has really been instrumental in AMD's success.
Absolutely.
Not just in terms of developing groundbreaking technology, but also in navigating these complex geopolitical challenges and inspiring the next generation of innovators.
Absolutely. It's not just about building faster chips. It's about understanding the broader impact of these technologies on our world and shaping a more sustainable and equitable future for the industry.
It's mind-boggling to think about how much these tiny chips influence our lives Everything from the way we communicate
I know it's
to the way we work, even the way we experience the world.
Yeah.
It's all driven by this invisible force behind the scenes.
Right, and that influence is only going to grow.
Right.
As AI continues to evolve at this incredible pace, the role of semiconductors, these tiny but mighty chips, will become even more crucial.
It makes you realize that we're just at the beginning of this technological revolution.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's exciting is that with someone like Lisa Su at the helm of AMD, it's clear they're pushing the boundaries not just in terms of processing power, but also in terms of sustainability, accessibility, and the ethical implications of these powerful technologies.
That's an important point.
Yes.
It's not just about building faster chips. It's about understanding the broader impact of these technologies and ensuring they're used responsibly, and that's something Lisa Su has been vocal about.
It seems like she's not just building chips, she's building a legacy one that's inspiring a whole new generation of engineers, innovators, and leaders, especially for women in tech.
Exactly. Her story demonstrates that you can reach the highest levels of success in a field that has traditionally been male-dominated. It's a powerful message, especially for young women who are interested in STEM careers.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of AMD Lisa Su and the AI chip race, I'm left with a sense of awe and a bit of healthy nervousness at how fast everything is moving. What do you think?
It's definitely a wild ride.
Yeah.
And it's only just getting started, but I'm also optimistic.
Okay.
With leaders like Lisa Su, who are not just brilliant engineers, but also thoughtful and responsible individuals. I think we have a good chance of navigating these challenges and harnessing the power of technology for good.
That's reassuring to hear. It sounds like there's a lot to look forward to as long as we stay informed and engaged with these important conversations. What are your final thoughts for our listeners?
As AI continues to advance, I think the biggest question we all need to consider is what new possibilities and challenges will emerge in the semiconductor industry? How will this impact our world, our societies, and even our very understanding of what it means to be human?
That's a great question to leave everyone with, and we'd love to hear your thoughts, share your insights, or any follow-up questions you might have. And let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more detail, you can visit our blog website www.evergreentechtips.com.